to get on the water taxi, and it starts to become real as you hit the wakes of the other little boats and you're coming into Venice. But when we walked into San Marco Square, it was unbelievable. The sun hit the front of the Duomo. It was just fabulous. There's no other way of putting it. It made me realize that, wow, I'm really here. And I was just able to just enjoy the fact that here we are standing in the middle of history.
The both of us have always wanted to come here, and upon arriving in Venice at first, that was just, in that particular place, an experience in itself. We were holding our hands, which we do often, and it was, we're here. We cannot believe the beauty that we're surrounded by a lagoon. I mean, I can't even describe it.
I think the highlight would be stepping off the plane in Venice and almost like stepping into a picture postcard. I mean, you really weren't expecting to be transported into some magical land, and there you were.
I had to be walking into the square in Venice. I loved it. All the lights lit up at night. So beautiful, and then sitting outside, getting coffee, listening to them sing was amazing.
Florence is unlike any other city on the planet. You have to imagine with the eyes of the people who lived so many centuries ago, the eyes of Michelangelo who worked in Florence, what meant for somebody coming and discover this incredible work of art of the Renaissance. David was standing right there. We discovered that what our ancestor has left us is just wonderful.
I really liked Florence. I just love the art. The Uffizi, the art in the Uffizi blew me away. Seeing the masters, seeing what Michelangelo and Raphael and these people that you see in textbooks and you read about, and to really see it in person is just so incredible.
Florence is the gift of nature, the hills, the cypress trees, and the history, of course, and the food and the wine.
The shopping is fabulous.
Shopping, shopping, shopping.
This is very exciting.
It's just amazing. Climbing to the top of the Tower of Pisa was something I really enjoyed. I like to go to the highest point in any city that I visit. So if I visit any city, I try to find the tallest building or the tallest location and go to it. And so Pisa, climbing that tower was a real plus for me.
And the view on the Leaning Tower of Pisa was my favorite, had to be. It was amazing, and one of my friends totally freaked out on it because of the height. But it was really great.
Tuscany is so unique. And everybody's aware about Tuscany today in the States. They've been reading books, they've been watching movies. But nothing is like to be in Tuscany, to see this medieval town, to ride through these thousands of acres of vineyards, to discover the Chianti Valley, to arrive in a medieval village, get off the bus, and just walk. Rome was the capital of the empire. Rome is the capital of Italy. Doesn't exist any other place in the world which offers so much, because you have layers of civilization after civilization. The town is amazing because you have the memories of the time of the empire, but also you have the time of the popes, you have the Renaissance, you have the Sistine Chapel, the Vatican Palace.
I was walking down the street and all of a sudden the Colosseum just popped up in front of me. And I just stood there and I said, oh my God, all these years I saw all these pictures and my mouth just dropped open. The Pantheon was fantastic. I couldn't believe it.
The grandeur of everything. Everything just kind of explodes out of the street, and it's beautiful, and I hadn't expected everything to just be so beautiful and so wonderful to all of the senses.
The Amalfi Coast, Naples, Sorrento, they were the favorite resort even of the Roman emperors and of the Roman patricians in ancient times. So what else can I say? They were known since 2,000 years ago to be the most beautiful panoramic sites of Italy. And I don't think there is any other coastline as beautiful as the Amalfi Drive, as the Peninsula of Sorrento, as the island of Capri. As a matter of fact, at the end of the tour, whenever I ask the people, what is your favorite place, they have a little hard time to decide, but most of them end up saying that is Capri and Sorrento.
Well, Italy is like no other place on earth. I think, and I've traveled all over the world, I think it's the most beautiful country that I've ever seen. The countryside, going through Tuscany, the churches, Venice, Rome, the Colosseum. I mean, you cannot match that anyplace else. The combination of history and the land and the people, it's like no other place on earth.
Until you see it, one cannot imagine what goes on. Books do it no justice.
Italy is fabulous. It's great to see all of the things that you've learned about, you've read about, you see on TV, but to actually be there next to them, walking through them, touching them, seeing them it's indescribable. It's emotional, very emotional. I love it. I've had a wonderful time.